Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Saturday, May 20th, 2023 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi and our energy mantra for today is I align with the energy of pleasure. And today we have our final day of Sun in Taurus. But why I'm showing up is because we have Mars shifting into Leo. And with Mars moving into Leo, we will have Mars at 0 degrees. We will have Pluto at 0 degrees, and we still have Jupiter, think for like the majority of the day, hanging out at 0 degree energy as well. So with all these planets at 0, this is a beautiful opportunity for transformation. That being said, when all these energies are at 0, it can feel a little wonky, it can feel a little offline. So if you are feeling, especially with Mars, because Mars is like our action energy, if you are feeling a little offline and wonky, don't push yourself. In addition to this, Mars and Pluto are in opposition, and they are squaring Jupiter now at 0 degrees. This is an exact-ish T-square. And that energy can feel like a crossroads. It can feel like being stuck in the muck. It can feel like things aren't moving. And Pluto can always bring up some of those lower or basement-like energies that need to be looked into. So just keep that in mind for today. We just had the new moon. Don't go digging up your seeds from that new moon energy. Recognize it may feel like a day. May not feel great. You may want to lazy cat your way through it, and that's cool by me. I don't get to make your rules. But lean into love where you can. Mars in Leo, which is why I'm showing up. Mars in Leo. It was the best of times. It was the dramatic of times. Leo can be so dramatic. And when Mars is in the sign of Leo, we may find ourselves acting a little bit more dramatic. Leo is the sign that represents the inner child, and we do have the inner child up. We have some really interesting cards. We have this set of cards, the Lovers and Receptivity, allowing yourself to receive the love, to give the love. So funny because these two cards actually came up for Jupiter and Taurus for my reading that I did for my patron group. So can you receive the love? Can you allow yourself to give the love? Can you live as love? And then we have this little set of cards. We've got the Morality card. We've got the Consciousness card. It's in reverse. So subconscious card, basically in reverse. And the Inner Child. And there's various inner children that we can operate from. We all have a wounded inner child, the place within us that holds our childhood wounds. Sometimes those childhood wounds, to be fair, are not just from this lifetime, I should mention. So we have that. We have like the gifted child, the part where your individual sparkle shines through. There's other energies, but like basically it's those two energies. It's where you can be like that pure self energy, or you bring through the pure wounds, right? This to me shows some of that, where you may have been shoulded as a child, shoulded on the morality energy, where people were like, children should be seen and not heard, or don't be rambunctious. That's what I always got. Don't be rambunctious. Tone down your light. You're too much light, right? A lot of us get that. And it has caused us to turn it down. This is a call to turn your light back on. Turn your magic on. I heard her say, right? This is a call to turn your magic on. There is so much magic energy. I actually love this T-square. I love this connection with Jupiter and Taurus and even Pluto at 0. That Pluto in 0 is like, take your power back. Jupiter in 0 is like, you are meant to be here. You were chosen. The universe wanted you on this planet as you are at this time. And what you might find yourself pulling against is some of those wounds, some of those places where you can't accept the love. Now, this is really interesting because Mars in Leo will highlight the ego. You may find your ego coming up, for better or for worse, right? Including these wounded areas. So being very vigilant with Mars and Leo through, I think it's like July 10th that we're going to have Mars and Leo. Through July 10th, we get to work this energy. At some point, Mars and Lilith will be crossing each other as well. So watch for that energy when that comes up. But your work with Mars in Leo overall is where can you live from love, live as love, take action in love, align with love, connect to your heart, connect to your joy, connect to that highest part of yourself. Now again, today is one of the more challenging days of this energy, so keep that in mind. This is also a great paveway for when Venus comes and joins Mars in Leo, and Venus will be going through a retrograde. So you may get glimpses of some of these energies that you may have to explore deeper with Venus retrograde in Leo later in the year. I think a lot of times we expect so much for others to give us love. This is an opportunity for you to fill yourself completely with love energy. So keep that in mind, receiving it from the universe and expressing it through yourself. And the more you flush yourself full of love energy, the more I think you're going to see it bubbling up around you. Keep in mind the Taurus energy for today, as we have Taurus, the Alpha and Omega Taurus, the pleasure energies. Watch for keeping in balance with that, but enjoy the pleasure. And this is a great time to teach your inner child how to enjoy pleasure in measure. So we'll leave that here for today. You can book a reading with me. Email me, mimiclark@gmail.com. Besides that, the better it gets. There is more than enough love in the world for you. You have the power, and honor your values. Namaste.